Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dot from Dot Me Now Coaching Get Entertainment. For coaching links are down below. Spirit guide readings down below. Honestly, it's a whole bunch of spiritual shit down below. We got shadow healing and stuff like that. We got shadow healing and integration, bro. Fairy readings, angel readings. There's a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I offer a couple of services. If you're interested, links are down below. You know what I'm trying to say? What else, bro? Patreon down below. Discord down below. Social media's down below. Everything is down below. While you're here, drop a like on this video. Don't be fake. Do not be fake. Drop that like for your boy. Also, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, do not be fake. Come on now. Let's talk about shadow healing and integration and how to actually do it. So, believe it or not, healing is one of my best abilities. Like, my three main abilities, right, are pretty much healing, my warriorship, as well as being able to manipulate different dimensions and realms. Those are like my three strongest things. You know what I'm saying? People think I just be like on some warrior shit. I'm a great healer as well, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I've been through a lot of dark shit that I had to heal from in my past lives. You know what I'm saying? Shit was not as dark inside this life, but I've been through some shit inside this life too. Shit that I don't always talk about. You know what I'm saying? But I had to heal a lot of shit. You know. So with that being said, I'm gonna teach you guys how to heal. Even though I do offer a service, this is going to be some like good shit for y'all, bro. I always come through with some free shit for the ones who can't afford my services. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all. But like I said, drop a like. Drop a like. Stop playing. Don't be fake. Drop a like right now. Come on. Support your boy. All right. Now, with that being said, right? What even is your shadow and where does it come from? You see, your shadow, right, deals with the hidden parts of yourself that you don't like looking at. Peep the shoes in the background. It's kind of it's kind of like give me OCD, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, right, when you have parts of yourself that you don't always accept, you tend to avoid looking at them and then they become your shadows. So, with that being said, what is shadow healing and integration? Shadow healing is when you look at these shadows and you accept them. Like, pretty much, you look at these shadows, you understand them, and you accept them, which allows you to heal them, right? And then shadow integration is when you integrate these aspects back into your personality now that you understand them and now that they're healed. You know what I'm trying to say? So, with that being said, how do you even heal and integrate a shadow? The basic gist is that you need to look at the parts of yourself that you don't like looking at. And then as you look at them, right, start trying to understand them. And then as you understand them, you no longer see it as like, oh, it's undesirable. Oh, I can't accept this part of myself. No, you understand that shit and then you accept it. And then pretty much, like I said, as you understand them, it allows you to accept those parts of yourself, heal them, and then integrate them. So here's how you actually understand your shadows. To understand your shadows, right, you first need to understand what they actually are. Is it your sadness? Is it your anger? Is it your fear? Like inside my own life, right? Actually, I've had fear shit, anger shit, but one big thing for me is like my anger and my aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I can act the way it's like, you know what I'm saying? And like it's not like bad, you know what I'm saying? But before, right, I didn't always accept my more angry, aggressive parts. Therefore, they would come out at the wrong time. Now it's like I can make this shit come out and that shit just be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like now I do a lot of shit for comedic effect. You know what I'm saying? But back in the past, it wasn't like that. Like nigga, if I truly get mad, nigga, I'm snapping type shit. You know what I'm saying? And like I had to understand where the fuck that shit came from because that shit comes from my past lives. Actually, you know what I'm trying to say? And that's why I actually offer the service because like with this video, you could still heal and integrate your shadow, but like because I could see people's past lives, I'm able to see like, oh, this shadow comes from this past life when you went through X, Y, and Z, and if you understand this and that, you could heal this shit and integrate it. You know what I'm saying? So like with the service that I provide, I can actually like see like the past life influence and why that's playing out inside your life. Because inside my own life, right, my anger and shit came from my fucking reptilian side and my Alpha Draco side. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, bro. Because look, I don't like not to this is not me trying to brag, but I was King of Draco at one point, right? But while being King of Draco, nigga, I was like, look, I done been through a lot of shit in Lyra, all kinds of slavery shit. You know what I'm saying? I have a dragon form that went through like torturing and stuff like that. So nigga, when I became King of Draco, I was torturing the fuck out of reptilians, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And that shit was some dark shit, you know what I'm saying? I've done a couple of dark things inside of my past, you know what I'm saying? And it's, a lot of times when I did dark shit, I was always doing it because I thought it was like the right thing to do. Like, for example, I'm like, nigga, reptilians, y'all niggas did so much shit to us. I'm gonna fuck y'all niggas up now, you know what I'm saying? But like, I don't, at the time I was with all that shit, but now like nah, I don't like being like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like nah. But when I didn't even know I had the reptilian shit, it's like cause I ain't always in my past life shit, you know what I'm saying? So like that side would come out and I didn't even know what the fuck it was. When I found out on my past life shit, I'm like, oh, it's this reptilian shit. Let me actually accept this shit and find out why I even chose to be reptilian, you know what I'm saying? So I understand my reptilian form more and how to use it for like power. Like for example, I made a video about the time that me and my boys, really, well, me and my boy and a girl, but like that was my bro back in the past life, right? I made a video about how we fought at Alpha Draco. In that video, we was all in our Alpha Draco form. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now I could use the reptilian shit and the Alpha Draco shit when like I actually need to. And also, believe it or not, reptilians are actually pretty good at healing because since they're like so destructive, when they switch to the light, they get really good at healing. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like I've learned how to like understand the reptilian side and integrate that shit properly and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? So with that being said, right, for those who don't even know about your past lives, it's all good because I could still help you. You know what I'm saying? So what is it? Is it your sadness? Is it your anger? Is it your fear? Right? What are your shadows? You know what I'm saying? Is it like an insecurity? Are you insecure about some shit? Your looks? Like find out what your shadows are. Right? Now with that being said, once you find out your shadows, you need to find out why you have them and where they come from. So for example, right? My bad, bro. This shit every time I'm about to spit facts, shit just start coming up. That's the that every if you see me go like this, facts are about to come up. You know what I'm saying? But alright, first thing, right? Let's say your shadow deals with your sadness, right? You're low key sad on the inside, but you don't want to admit that shit, right? So then you start seeing, okay, low key on the inside, I'm kind of sad. I don't always like looking at that shit, but low key, I'm kind of sad. Okay, well, why are you sad? It might be because you have a belief like, oh, nobody loves me. You know what I'm saying? Like you start seeing like, damn, I feel sad because I don't feel loved. Why do you think nobody loves you? Then you start seeing, oh, I went through this breakup in the past. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll start healing that. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more, right? But let's say it's with your anger. Okay, if you deal with anger, why is that? You don't always like accepting your anger, but now you're looking at that shit. And you're like, where the fuck did this come from? You start seeing like, oh, I act angry sometimes because people don't take me serious. That was actually kind of a thing with me. I would have different reasons for like being mad and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like now, y'all be seeing in my videos, right? I'll be spitting facts. I'll be like, bro, no one be saying this shit. That should be blowing my shit. People use the fucking wrong words and that shit blow my shit. But like that kind of anger is like this is me kind of being funny. You know what I'm saying? Because like now, I always say this, right? I'm like the most easy and the most hard person to piss off because like it's not really hard to invoke that energy of like anger, but like with me that shit kind of like it's like before, right? Like if I feel anger, I'm like I'm actually mad, right? Now it's like it would just pop up and I let it flow through me, but I don't actually care about this shit. I'm like, yeah, I could act mad, but I'm not actually mad. So like you could get me to act like I'm mad pretty easily, but like I won't actually be mad. Like I'm really on my feng shui shit for real. I'm just trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I said, a lot of my anger shit is for comedic effect. Cause that shit be funny. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Sometimes, right? You might get angry because shit. You may think that no one takes you serious, right? And then you find out, oh, that whole belief of no one takes me serious comes from the time when I was talking to somebody and they didn't take me serious, right? And we're gonna go back. We're gonna touch on that a bit later, right? Okay, let's say it's fear. Why do you have fear? You start looking at your shit like, oh, I have fear because I think that I'm actually weak. You know what I'm saying? And then you start thinking, well, damn, why do I think that I'm weak? And then it could have been like somebody told you, hey, you're weak. You could have been in a certain situation where you felt powerless. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you start finding out why you think you're actually weak, which is where your fear comes from, right? So with that being said, here's how you actually heal. How do you actually heal those shadows? In order to heal, right, you need to change the thoughts and beliefs as well as understand the memories that created the experience as well as why they happened. So for an example, right? If you say no one loves me, right, you find out, oh, because somebody broke up with you, right? But you got to correct that. It's not that nobody loves you. You actually are loved. Like, there's probably one person inside your life who actually loves you. You know what I'm saying? And even if nobody inside your life loved you, you at least love yourself. You could love yourself. But a lot of times, right, you think no one loves me, but people actually do love you, right? So with that being said, right, correction, you actually are loved. It's just that you went through a breakup. And the thing is, right, at first you're like, oh, I went through a breakup, that shit hurts so much. But when you actually look at that shadow and accept it, right, start seeing like, oh, I went through this breakup to teach me to love myself, you know what I'm saying? Then you analyze the whole entire situation. You're like, okay, bro, I had this breakup. I'm gonna analyze this shit. Why did it even happen? What lessons did I actually learn? You know what I'm saying? Understand you don't need to be sad. You simply just need to learn. That's gonna help you heal. Cause a lot of times people be going through shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, oh, I don't want to look at that shit, right? But if you went through a breakup, right, you don't gotta just say, oh, that's in the past. I ain't look at that shit. No, look at the breakup. Like, why did it actually happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, what did it teach you? Because a lot of times you just went through this shit to show you to show you to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? And once you actually accept that, you learn the lesson. You start to actually heal that. You know what I'm trying to say? Now let's go to the anger shit. Okay, you get angry because you think no one takes you serious based upon the fact that one person didn't take you serious, right? So here's a correction. Some people actually do take you serious. It's just that that one person didn't. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, find out why that one person wasn't taking you serious. Is it just your perception? Like, because the thing is, right, sometimes people do take you serious. It's just that you think they are taking you serious. You know what I'm trying to say? It could also be shit. Maybe they really weren't taking you serious. You know what I'm saying? But find out why. Like, it could just, like, that don't got to be a you thing. They could just be somebody who don't take nothing serious. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like there's different reasons why people don't take you serious. Sometimes it's just yourself thinking that shit. Sometimes you're not even a serious person. Sometimes they don't believe what the fuck you talking about, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand why you weren't taken serious and you accept what happened, you realize, holy shit, I don't actually have to be angry for people to take me serious. Especially if you start looking at times when people did take you serious, but you weren't actually acting angry. Because sometimes, right, all you really have to do is just be assertive and not angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing to assert yourself. It's another to be like OD aggressive. You know what I'm trying to say? But we're going to talk about that in a little bit, right? Last thing, right? Let's say you're like, oh, nigga, I'm weak because in the past, you experienced a time when you were like scared, you felt weak, whatever the fuck, right? So change this shit. You are not weak. You might have felt weak inside a situation, but why is that? Was it a dangerous situation? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's like, nigga, you're not weak. You just went through some difficult shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and understand, what did you learn from that? You know what I'm saying? Because even though you could have been in a situation where you felt helpless, you learned some shit inside that. Don't just block off the memory and make that shit a shadow. Actually look at that shit and be like, damn, why the fuck did this happen? What the fuck did it teach me? When you understand, that's going to help you heal. Now, here's how you actually integrate stuff back into your personality, right? With the whole no one loves me thing, right? Once you accepted what happened, and wow, my notes got typed up weird, but I put in you breaking understanding. I meant to say, once you accept what happened and you begin understanding, and hold up, what the fuck? My typing got weird. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. Also, I had to move them fucking shoes, bro. That shit was giving me too much. Then the fucking the ziplock. What the fuck? It's hard for me to fucking point. I'm trying to point at that. Where the there at that. Yeah, it's hard because like the camera flips my shit. Anyway, that plastic is giving me OCD also. God fucking damn. Let me move that shit. Hold up. Alright, so boom, right? With the whole like no one loves me breakup shit, right? Once you accepted what happened and you begin understanding and healing the breakup, you will be able to integrate this experience as a learning lesson instead of turning it into a shadow. So when you understand the lesson, right? and you actually like accept it and you take it on, right? You actually integrate that shit. It's like, oh, it's not that nobody loves me. I just went through a situation that taught me to love myself. Let me actually integrate this shit and understand how to love myself, and then boom, it's no longer a shadow aspect, right? If it's the whole anger, no one takes me serious shit, right? Once you accepted what happened and you begin under, it's the same shit pretty much. When you understand what happened and you begin understanding like why they didn't take you serious, you're able to integrate the experience as a learning lesson instead of becoming a shadow. So it's like, okay, sometimes they didn't take you serious because you didn't assert yourself. You know what I'm saying? So now you know, okay, I gotta be more assertive. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I gotta be angry as shit. I just have to be assertive because sometimes it's like no one took you serious, right? And then you weren't asserting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you're just like, oh, yeah. Like if you're not being assertive, right? If people are taking you serious, you may get mad inside them. I'm like, oh my god, take me fucking serious, ah! And then they finally take you serious. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, you start thinking like, oh, in that situation, I only got taken serious because I got mad. That's not actually true though. They didn't take you serious because you weren't asserting yourself. But then you just got mad and then they got fucking scared. If you just asserted yourself to begin with, you wouldn't have had to have gotten mad. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like with that being said, when you understand that you can integrate your anger more, it's like because with me, right? With me, I'm like, oh, before in the past, I'm like, oh, I'm not an angry person. I don't get angry, huh? And then I would get angry, and that should just become a fucking shit show, right? Now it's like you see how I'm coming now. I don't care if I act aggressive. Like I really don't because I know at the end of the day that like low key I'm peaceful as shit. Like I'm on, like nowadays I'm hella peaceful, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I just be chilling inside my crib in my feng shui. It'd be great. But I could very much act aggressive and act angry for funny purposes or to simply just get a point across, right? Like I could be assertive without having to actually be angry, and if I do get angry, it could be on some funny shit, or simply it's like, okay, nigga, I understand that sometimes anger is important. Like if I gotta fight somebody, shit, I might have to use that fucking anger shit. You know what I'm saying? Like now I could understand the anger where it comes from, how to integrate that shit. You know what I'm trying to say? If it's oh here, cause I'm about to sneeze. Hold up. That sneeze was a powerful one. If only y'all saw that shit. But last one, right? Let's say it's the whole I'm weak shit, right? Once you accept it, once you accepted what happened and you understand what happened and you begin to heal the shit, you integrate that. So it's like, okay, let's say you felt weak because nigga you were in the woods and the fucking bears about to attack you. Now you understand like, holy shit, nigga, I'm not necessarily weak. That was just a fucking bear about to attack me. You know what I'm saying? Like now I learned that okay, like in those situations I gotta act inside this way. Maybe I could get a little bit stronger, but you're not actually weak. You just got put in a certain situation that was somewhat dangerous. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like whatever it is, right? You could find out like okay, like pretty much I don't like accepting that I feel weak, that I feel sad, that I feel angry, that I feel whatever the fuck, right? But then you look at that shit and find out why you feel that way. Then you understand it. Once you understand it, you start to heal that shit. Then you integrate that shit. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's like with my service, right? Like I'm really good. I mean, and like honestly, bro, I'm starting to see why I'm so good at this, right? I'm actually really good at seeing people's shadows, right? Because inside I have a certain like on many different levels, right? One of them is on some astrology shit, right? I have a placement, right? I have an astrology placement that lets me pretty much see into the deep recesses of somebody's unconscious mind. Like I could pierce deep into somebody's unconscious mind based upon my astrology. You know what I'm trying to say? Hold up, I'm gonna be right back. Hold the fuck up. Yeah, like I was saying, right? I have a placement that lets me pretty much see into the deep recesses of somebody's unconscious mind, as well as my own unconscious mind. That's why, like with me, it's pretty easy for me to get past life shit because I could see deep inside my unconscious mind. You know what I'm trying to say? So with that being said, right? Like I could see a person's shadow. Like my whole entire life, like that I didn't even always know what the fuck this was, but like I would see a person and be like, oh, they're dealing with this, they're dealing with that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I would just know. And like now that I could see past lives also, like honestly, I could enter your whole energetic field and see your whole energy system, your whole field, what blocks you have, all that other shit, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like with that being said, I could like see your shadow and also kind of where it comes from, as well as how to actually heal that shit. So like if you don't want to do this whole entire thing by yourself, I do offer that as a service, and like also I pull cards as well. I use my own ability to go inside your field. I'll see your shadow, why you have it, where it comes from, how to integrate that shit. I'll even talk to your spirit guides about that shit while talking to you about the shit. Then on top of that, I be pulling cards also that show you like, okay, you deal with this shadow shit and you heal it by doing X, Y, and Z type shit. You know what I'm trying to say? So Yeah, I do offer that as a service, you know what I'm saying? But you could honestly do this shit yourself. The past life part may be a bit hard for y'all, but I mean, like, you don't always need the past life shit. Cause with me, right? Like, my whole anger shit, I ain't always know I was fucking reptilian, but I did integrate my shit before I know about the reptilian shit, kind of. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I was able to be like, oh, in that situation, I felt this way, but like really, but it's like I could see like, oh, I felt this way in that situation, but I didn't have to feel that way. I could change the perspective and then integrate this shit, and only act the way when I actually had to type shit. Like I was able to do my shit without the past life shit. It's just that past life shit makes shit like way easier and like yeah. So if you want that help, I do got you. But with that being said, this pretty much it for this video. It's been your boy Dot from Dot Be Not Coaching Get Entertainment. Like I said, coaching links are down below. Spirit guide readings down below. Spiritual readings and coaching is down below. All that shit down below. You know what I'm saying? Discord down below. Go join that shit. Patreon down below. Go join that shit. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video. All that cool shit. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.